Namaste.
Namaste, everybody.
Good evening. Welcome to our 10th and final session of Sahaja Yoga Meditation.
Let's briefly recap what we've done so far. We've had 9 sessions. We have got our experience of the Kundalini awakening, where we feel the spirit and we feel calm and peaceful. And maybe we've also reached the level of thoughtless awareness, where the mind becomes very clear. We heard about the Kundalini, which is the energy of pure desire that gives us our connection. We talked about the 3 channels which give us our balance. And we talked about the energy centers or the chakras, the 7 main ones, that give us qualities such as innocence, the pure desire, satisfaction, fearlessness, our communication, our oneness. And last week we heard about forgiveness. But the question is really, for what is all this? What is our destination? And I think this will come into the topic for today. So what are we going to hear about today, Soma?
Okay, so today's topic will be on Sahasrara chakra, the chakra which is at the top of our head. And by opening of this chakra, we get connected to the all-pervading power which has created us. Is the place of integration, the silence and deep state of meditation. And this happened 50 years back by the blessings of Srimataji Nirmala Devi. And through this unique and beautiful method of meditation, so many seekers of the whole world can experience this beauty, this connection with the all-pervading power. And let's feel this joy in our heart through today's session.
Okay. The subtitle of today's session is Going Deeper. And we're lucky to have today again with us a guest, our dear brother Wolfgang, who is one of those yogis who has gone deeper. You studied the science of sports, you studied some psychology, you even wrote a dissertation about the psychological effects of Sahaja Yoga on our psychology. But you've had quite a, let's say, diverse lifestyle, and you've been to many places. So I think it's easier if you yourself give some summary of what you've done in life and what is your seeking and what is your finding.
Thank you for assuming that I went deep. No, I feel very honored that you have invited me for this session, especially for this last energy center, or not the last, I would say the highest, which is the Sahasrara chakra. And indeed, my life was a bit colorful. I was going through many different aspects. And looking back, retrospectively, I would say that I was a seeker. Mm-hmm. I mean, many people seek things. Some seek money, some seek power, success. You can seek many things. And I think that I also was seeking such things, but I was not satisfied. I was not satisfied in just building a house, having a family, having a car. It just was actually a nightmare to me to think in that terms. So I believe I was looking for something higher in life. And I remember when I was a little boy, I was standing at the window looking outside in the night and saw the stars, and I thought, I want to understand the universe, and I want to understand all this. And so probably I was a seeker, and as such I did many things in life. I did not only do one thing, and I did not finish many of those things. So I was in singing musical, I was having scuba diving schools, windsurfing schools, was going European championships in windsurfing and all that, but it did not really satisfy me. And then there was a day in 1983, and it was in September, it was the 7th of September, and I just had a job with a photographer because I was working as a model at that time. And he told me there's a lady speaking about some yoga in some Urania, and it's quite interesting. And I thought, okay, I go there. And not I did not expect that this thing would change my whole life, because I went down these stairs to this theater, to this hall, and in the wardrobe there was an Indian lady, and she just glanced at me, just 1 second. And this 1 second changed my life. It changed my life. It was a feeling like homecoming. It was like all the stress, which I wasn't really aware of. I didn't feel stressed out at all. But at that moment, when all this left me in 1 second, I just felt so elated. And yeah, it was a homecoming. And this was just one glance of this lady, and her name was Srimati Nirmala Devi. And since then, she occupies a very special place in my heart, because she had given me something which I was looking for so much. And I recall one situation. I was on the Maldives. It was such a beautiful sunset. I had very nice scuba diving on this day. And then I said, I'm going to meditate. And I sat down at the beach, this wonderful sunset where you can see that the divine has painted the sky in all kinds of colors. And I sat down and I felt nothing. Because you cannot just go and sit down and meditate. Something has to happen. And this something happened when I met this lady. And she also came to Vienna. And we made a little video for you so that you can also be part of that moment when she came to Vienna later on in 1985. So I hope you enjoy the video. You have been with us now for a while and must have been meditating a couple of times with us on this program. And I want to take you on a trip into the history of this yoga in this country of Austria. We all know that Srimati Nirmala Devi is the founder of this Sahaja Yoga, which has its roots in the age-old tradition of the yoga worldwide. And she came here to this place of Austria, this wonderful place in Luxembourg, which was built by the Empress of Austria, Maria Theresia, long time ago. And here she has given us a very historical speech on the qualities of these energy centers, which I want to share with you later on. But just now let us see this wonderful landscape around this historical place where a meditation had been taking place, where from all over the globe people arrived to go deeper into their experience of meditation, into their spirituality, and they had come here to grow inside. And this is the building where it all happened. This is the place where Srimati had been resting now. It's just being refurbished, everything is renewed here. You can see she had been resting in here. And if you go on, This is this beautiful area. So many congresses are taking place here. So many people from all over the world come here to improve in science, in business, and we came here to improve in spirituality. And this hall that you see now is the hall in 1985 where it all happened. And I get it closer. There were about 300 people fitting inside. It was of course full. It was more in the beginning of this beautiful yoga. And when Mataji opened the door to the state of doubtless awareness, to Nirvikalpa, and to the state of Nirananda, means a state where there is just sheer
Thank you for the nice video. Yeah, and it's a beautiful place, Luxembourg. And at the end of the video, there was a question. Yeah, so what is the answer of how do we keep our Sahasrara open?
This is a very good question, and I'm still struggling to give myself an answer to that. Of course, one point is essential, which is the daily meditation. So if you don't nurture this plant, then it doesn't grow. And this is a plant which grows into the nerves of your brain, of our brain. When this Kundalini energy rises, it enlightens all the nerves. And by this enlightenment of the nerves, all the energy of, we touch the Brahma principle, we touch the love of God, which is everywhere. And this love of God starts triggering within ourselves. But we need the experience. We need the experience in meditation to know the depth of it. Like we are not prepared for it. We have many human reactions. Like if something scares us, then our whole body starts being activated. But if we are faced with spirituality, we don't have any inbuilt reaction on that. So we learn. It's an experience learning. And whenever we experience the depth in the meditation, this is the moment when we get more and more experiences. And this is the moment when we learn that within our heart, we start recognizing. We start recognizing our own state. We start recognizing our own divinity. And this is something great. It's much more than relaxation. Many people, they do yoga because they want to be relaxed. That's also a seeking. But if you want to achieve the highest, then the Kundalini needs to touch the Sahasrara and to remain there. And then we have to go deeper to understand our own divinity. And this comes so gently, and it comes without any effort. And this is the great thing about this Sahaja Yoga, which is called spontaneous yoga. It happens spontaneous. The more you try hard, the less it works. And this is very difficult to say for somebody like me who comes from sports, because the harder you try, the more you achieve, which does not work here. So the more you let go, the more we let go of our actions of the right side, which is our ego, the more we let go of our left side, which are our conditionings, which sit on our head usually, the more the spirit starts dominating. And if the spirit dominates, then more and more we become one. And the spirit rises from the heart, rises up and comes up here and takes its seat here. And when we feel the spirit on top of our head, this is the absolute within us. And then we feel our own absolute. That sounds so fantastic, and it is. But what happens is that daily life is not made for yogis. We are in our treadmills. We have to run, we have to deliver, we have to be successful. And it's not like in previous times when we went to the Himalayas and sat down in a cave and excluded ourselves from everybody. It's something completely different. Now we are in daily life. And in daily life we practice our detachment. We practice the love for this state of being connected. And when we are in this state of being connected, all the things around us start working out. And even we go beyond dharma, like beyond ethics. Human beings, we have developed ethics. And for example, we know alcohol is not such a good thing, still we drink it. But if the meditation becomes deep, then we go beyond this dharma. For example, what I experienced when I got my realization, which I just explained before how it happened. I had a very nice job, a modeling job for a sports catalog on the Canarian Islands. And we went there, and I was never really alcoholic, but I quite like to drink good drinks. So we went into a bar there, and I ordered some drink with pineapple and all stuff on it. It looked great. And the moment I wanted to drink it, I noticed I cannot drink this anymore. Nobody told me. It was just automatically from within, this dharma, this ethic came up. I didn't have to go through any penance to do it. It just came from inside. And this is something fantastic. And you can expect to become exactly like this. From inside, whatever is harmful to you, you will just notice by your introspection in the meditation. And this is how you get deeper and deeper, and you feel more and more joy while doing it. So you can say, okay, this is a single case. He didn't want to drink, alcoholics anymore. And I was thinking the same. And somehow that made me write a PhD about Sahaja Yoga and about drug abuse. And I wanted to research how are others feeling that way. And what I found out is, and now I'll show you some slides. What I found out is that amongst 501 yogis, this is the amount of people I could question, I was asking them about their history of drug use or drug abuse. And what I found out that we had about so many people taking drugs like cannabis, taking alcohol, nicotine, heroin, cocaine, all kind of stuff. Name it, it was there. And I just checked once they got the realization how long it took them to stop drugs or if they stopped at all. And what I found out from 501 people whom I researched, at the end, there were only 4 people still involved into some of the drugs. All the others, which means 497, had stopped all drug use. Most of them within 1 year. And if you look at this chart, you can see that that the decrease of drug consumption, which is incredible. Like in the very beginning, in the very first week, already almost 60% stopped all drug use. And we were discriminating between heavy users and light users. Like heavy users are the slides that you see right now. And heavy users, like if you are heavy users of morphine, means of heroin, you are in trouble. And those who work in the hospital to deal with such people, they know how difficult it is. But now if you see that even in the first week, 30% of those people stopped their intake of heroin, and another 40% followed after 3 months. So at the end, everybody was clean. And this graph shows you how all the drugs slow or rather quickly decreased, because the realization of one's own spirit is such a deep experience. And if you are a seeker, then you will not let it go for anything in the world. So if you have gotten it now in the internet, just watching like a TV show, or maybe going along with us with the meditation, just be aware there's so much in store, there's so much which you can achieve. And if you can get the whole cake, why to be satisfied with a small cookie? And the small cookie is the relaxation. The small cookie might be that your material life works out better. Because once I got in touch with the realization, I could finish my studies, I wrote an MA, I wrote a PhD, I got married, I got a fantastic job. That's the cookie, that's the little thing. But the big thing I got this state to be connected with the divine, which I feel every day, which helps me every day, and which I can give to others, and which you can give to others now. And when you give it to others, this is the moment when you start feeling your own divinity, because you see that this light is shining within you and you can pass it on. And to pass it on, you just put your hand at the end of somebody's spine from the back. Put your attention here. You yourself need to be in a state of thoughtless awareness, of meditation. And then you will feel this flow of the Kundalini energy of this person. It's cool then. And then you go along the spine, you raise with your hand. You raise it, raise it, raise it, raise it, till it comes on top of the head. And then you feel that the other person who is sitting in front of you, that the cool breeze is coming out of the head. And once you do this, you will start feel your own divinity. And you will be so amazed, how can you do it? And this is a new step. And we will give you chances for follow-up. You can learn all this. So don't stop now. It's just started. And we have prepared a very nice video for you where this incredible personality, Srimati Chinyamala Devi, describes about the function of the Sahasrara chakra, of this highest energy center. And before we're going to watch this, just let's go into a state of meditation. Just try, you have learned it already, just try to put the attention inside. Just try to let go of the thoughts. And the best is if you spread out both hands, keep them comfortably on your lap, and like this, let's just absorb. Not think it over, absorb what Srimati says about the Sahasrara. And when you are able to just absorb, then these vibrations of this energy will just work on your own Sahasrara. It will open all the petals of your own Sahasrara, all the 1,000 petals, which are all different qualities, and they will start gently moving in the wind of the vibrations of the Kundalini. And just enjoy this.
Today, we have assembled here to celebrate the Sahasrara Day, which was opened in 1970 on this date. I find this beautiful canopy is life, our Sahasrara. And so very apt to have this beautiful arrangement for Sahasrara Day. We have to understand what happens when the Sahasrara opens. When the Kundalini passes through the 5 centers, it enters into the area which we call as limbic area. This area is all surrounded by 1,000 nerves. And when these nerves get enlightened, they look like flames of Vibgyor colors, 7 colors, and very mildly, beautifully shining, emitting peace. But when the Kundalini starts emitting its vibration on the sides, all these nerves get enlightened gradually and start moving on all directions, opening the Sahasrara. And then the Kundalini, what's this noise about? Emerges out through the fontanelle bone area, which we call as Brahma Randra. Randra means the whole, and the Brahma is the all-pervading power of God's love. So it enters into the subtle energy which is all-pervading, which we do not feel normally. But then the Chaitanya, the vibrations which are the part and parcel of this energy, all-pervading power, the Parama Chaitanya, they start entering into our brain and showering their blessings in the limbic area they assemble. Now the limbic area is connected to all the area of the brain and also to the nerves. So it starts flowing onto the nerves, giving you the new awareness of collective consciousness called as Samuhik Chetana. So you get a new Chetana, a new awareness, which is showered upon your limbic area. The working of these Chaitanya waves is very interesting. They are normally formed like small commas, but then they go into different forms. They make themselves into swastikas as the four-limbed symbol of innocence, or they become the Omkara, as you know how Om is written, which is the symbol of our doing, our awareness. So when they form the swastika, they try to nourish the left side, and when they form the Omkara, they nourish the right side. Left and right sympathetic nervous system, they nourish. But Sahasrara is to be kept open is rather difficult for people. Because it's a vicious circle. First, these vibrations should enter into your brain through the Brahmarandhra when it is opened out, and they should nourish your nerves, by which your left and right side open out, and so more Chaitanya can flow down all these centers. But if your Sahasrara is not properly opened, this process doesn't take place. As a result of that, the chakras don't open, the Kundalini only as very few strands is kept in the spinal cord, and the new strands cannot rise because your chakras are not open. So in Sahaja Yoga, it is very important to keep your Sahasrara open.
So we have now been watching and listening to Sri Mataji explaining about the Sahasrara chakra and about the nerves and how the nerves get enlightened. And when we sit here and listen with full attention, then this becomes a meditation. Because along with the words, our Kundalini energy does whatever Sri Mataji describes. So the bliss from the Brahma flows into our Sahasrara, flows down through the sympathetic, cools us down, makes us peaceful. And we can just now put our attention on top of our head, where the Sahasrara chakra lies. And hearing all these beautiful experiences, listening to them, let us grow our desire that we should fully experience the absolute bliss of the divine, that we should fully experience the absolute within ourselves, and ask for the highest. Please, let me feel the absolute within myself. Please. And while you phrase this desire, try that your forehead is calm. Relax your forehead. Relax your thoughts. Let go of your thoughts. Forgive, 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 forgive. And then we can lift our hand 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters, higher, higher. Slowly, slowly, slowly. With full respect, because this is the most holy place in our body. Raise your hand more and more, lift it. And feel the flow of the Param Chaitanya, of the vibrations on top of your head. Put down your hand before it gets tired. But keep the attention up. Now, while keeping the attention very calmly on this highest energy center, again, drop your shoulders, relax your forehead. And you might feel, something like a cool breeze on top of your head. It's very gentle. And only when you listen with thoughtless awareness, you will feel. Balance your attention very gently on top of your head. And you might feel like these nerves of the Sahasrara chakra, they're opening. You might feel this gentle movement of the petals of the Sahasrara, colorful, light, peace-giving. On top of your head. Let yourself float. Allow yourself to float in this breeze, in this flow of Param Chaitanya. No thoughts. No thoughts. Absolute silence. Give it some time. Don't run away. Let it unfold. Your Kundalini energy is working very hard for you in this moment. With all her love. Embrace this love in your heart. When you do that, you might feel that your face starts to smile a bit. A light smile. Because your heart is feeling the love of God. And when you feel now thoughtless, peaceful, And you feel on the hands like a cool breeze flowing. And then you feel on your head gentle wind. Then the spirit has risen within you, has risen to take its place in the Sahasrara chakra. And the spirit is Shri Shiva. Sajidananda Rupa Shivam Shivam Sajidananda Rupa Shivam Sajidananda Rupa Shivam Without losing this beautiful state of silence, without losing the connection from this beautiful flow on your Sahasrara. Let's listen 3 more minutes how Shri Mataji explains what is happening now when you are the Absolute, when you have met the Absolute, you have become the Absolute in the Sahasrara.
But the state has now to be established within us is of Nirananda. Then what is the question of fear? What is the question of talking about it? You cannot talk. Because how will you relate it? I cannot say it is like this, it is like that. There are no words for Absolute to describe. Only by negation, not this, not this, not this, what remains is Absolute. So you reach the state of Absolute. And that is the state a complete communication is established. And in that communication, you have nobody else but the Absolute within you. That is the Sahasrara Puja you are here for. That is the level to which you should aspire. That should be the ascent which should be established within ourselves. We don't have to go to Himalayas. We don't have to do anything drastic. Remaining in this world, we have to become the Absolute, the only, Kevalam. There's nothing like how for it. You just become. You just become like a flower becomes a fruit. It's all built in, within it. Allow it to work out. Just by surrendering, you become. Surrender, and you'll be surprised. You will be at the state where you will enjoy your absoluteness. It is absolute love. It is absolute compassion. It is absolute power. The words stop. The description stops. You just become the Absolute and feel your absoluteness through it, with that oneness. If somebody is not with you, you don't worry. There is no company needed. You are alone, enjoying the Absolute. There only you can enjoy the Absolute in others also, in the best form, without seeing anything else but the Absolute. May God bless you.
Now, at the end of this meditation, I hope that you have felt the Absolute. Not everybody can do this. Not everybody is blessed to receive it. But if your desire is strong, you can receive it now and again, and your life will become very, very peaceful, beautiful, blessed. And you will have so many experiences that you are one with the Divine and that the Divine is taking care of you. So be prepared for a beautiful path. The only thing you need to do is to give it a chance in the morning and in the evening. Not very long, little bits, that this energy, Kundalini energy, can rise within you, cleanse you, take care of you, and take away all your sorrows. So let us now at the end raise our Kundalini energy. And you know how to do this. We circle the right hand around the left. We lift the energy up. Push back the head and we tie a knot. First, we do it 3 times, you know that, yes? Now we do it the second time, tie a knot. And for the third time, we tie 3 knots for each energy channel, 1 knot. 1, 2, and 3. And now we put ourselves on the bandhan. That means you want to be protected, you want your chakras to be protected, you want your body to be protected, your psyche. So we start with the right hand, like a rainbow, for the Muladhara chakra, for the first one. Now for the Svadhisthana, the second. Now for the third, which is the Manipura, the Nabhi in the stomach. Now for the fourth, for the Anahata, which is the heart chakra. Do it with full attention. Now for the fifth, for the Vishuddhi and the neck. For the sixth, the Agnya chakra in the head, and for the Sahasrara on top of the head. And we thank the divine power, the Kundalini, and the Mother for the meditation. And we thank you for staying with us. At the end, you will see, after the program is concluded, you might want to watch a short music video of an artist who was about 30 years younger than now, and who expressed his devotion and the beauty that is felt within. Thank you very much.
This beautiful meditation is only possible by the blessings of Shrimati. We all thank Her Holiness Shrimati from the bottom of our heart for bestowing upon us the blessings to feel our open Sahasrara, to feel this divine joy and bliss. May many seekers feel this unique experience and grow deeper in meditation. Namaste.
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 So that concludes not only this session, but also the course, the 10-week course. Thank you for participating. We thank the Indian Embassy for collaborating with these sessions. And thank you to our many guests who led us into a deeper awareness. And though the session is concluded, what will never be concluded is our spiritual journey. So we wish you well. We will be putting links in a slide at the end after the video by our young musician who will send us onto our journey. And we'll also have some links in YouTube under the video. So do nurture this young plant that has now sprouted. Water the seed with your meditation and carry that awareness into your daily lives and into your state of mind. So with that, good luck, farewell, and namaste.
Namaste.
You took me just what I was. You said that I should rise above the sorrow of my existence and the blindness of my eyes. You have saved me from this world of love, hate and tears. Find sound in lies mixed with fears are gone, forever gone. I see the plight of this sad world and I see the light. The good and bad are all confused, so show me the right. All I have is this I hope, so show me how to breathe the breath of joy which is divine, the living ecstasy. You are my sunshine and you are my light. You are the full moon in this darkest night. Oh, lift this veil from my eyes and show me the way to find the path and then is broken through the troubled days. You who are within me and you who are in love. You are Mother Nature, you are nature's call. Oh, you who have this secret, the love of all mankind. Please release this stony change which binds us with our own mind. You are my sunshine and you are my light. You are the full moon in this darkest night. Oh, lift this veil from my eyes and show me the way to find my path under this cloak and through the troubled place. You are the full moon in this darkest night.